I give great credence to the conjunction and. I think that it's a very important conjunction. Without the word and, we could not have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We could not have macaroni and cheese. We would never have known the crime-fighting duo of Batman and Robin. And so you might be asking, what does that have to do with Impact Church? Well, Impact Church, when you think of the conjunction and, I want you to think about Team Legacy. What is Team Legacy, Pastor? Team Legacy is the offerings of tithes and offerings that we find in Malachi chapter 3. Starting in verse 8, the word says, "Will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me. But you say, in what way have we robbed you? In tithes and offerings. You are cursed with a curse, for you have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. And try me now in this, says the Lord of hosts, if I will not open for you the windows of heaven and pour out for you such blessing that there will not be room enough to receive it." The board of Impact Church has set up Team Legacy as the offerings part of the contributions that come into Impact Church. The tithes that come in are set aside to take care of the financial needs of the church, such as the utilities or salaries or the mortgage on the building upkeep, this kind of thing, the physical needs of the church. But Team Legacy is the part of contributions that comes in and supports the ministries of the church. And as you're aware, we have a broad spectrum of ministry. We reach out to children. We have ministry to kids from nurseries and kids church with Pastor Sean. We have junior kids church and regular kids church. We have with Coach Deshaun and Chelsea Batiste. We have the tweens ministry. We have the high school ministry with Pastor Cami and her team. We have Empowered Masters Commission. We have the ministry to young ladies. It's a ministry school. We have ministry to the men. We have ministry to the ladies. We have ministry, have outreaches into the city and surrounding areas. We also have missions that reaches around the world. And so these funds that we call Team Legacy comes from you. So we ask you to pledge. We ask you to plan to help out with Team Legacy throughout the year. And Team Legacy goes above and beyond the tithe. Team Legacy is the and of tithes and offerings. How do we do it? Well, we separate it with the white envelopes and the blue envelopes that you have in the seats there in the sanctuary. So how does Team Legacy work? If you can help with Team Legacy, we ask you to pledge a certain number of legacy units throughout the year. One Team Legacy unit basically is like $1 a day. If you can pledge one legacy unit for the year, you can bring in $7 at church every week. You can bring in $30 a month. You can do a one-time $365 gift for Team Legacy, but many of you can give more than one legacy unit. And so the board, we've got to establish ministry budget, and that ministry budget is directly related to how many legacy units you pledge. Some of you can do one legacy unit a year. Surely most of you can do one legacy unit a year. More people could do 2 or 3 legacy units or even more. And those contributions, those offerings go directly into the ministries of Impact Church. We're here to make disciples. And Team Legacy funds go into that cause, that purpose. And it goes across the board, the spectrum, the outreaches that we do, the ministry we do to different age ranges, our wonderful, amazing Iglesia Impacto, the Spanish ministry, the Impact Kids Daycare. All of the ministries of the church are recipients and benefit from Team Legacy. So would you please go ahead and make a pledge to Team Legacy? Let us know if you can pledge 1 unit or 2 units or 3 units. and just let us know by making that happen. And as a reminder to you, we ask that you receive one of these pins as a reminder for every legacy unit that you're pledging. Would you come and grab one pin if you pledge one unit, grab 2 pins if you pledge 2 units, grab 3 pins if you pledge 3, grab 10 pins if you pledge 10 legacy units. That would be amazing. Now, if you'll notice, the dates on these pins are last year. Many of you know that last year was difficult for many folks. So we just decided to keep using the same pins. And we're asking you to help us with Team Legacy. Remember, you cannot have hot apple pie and ice cream without the and. And Impact Church certainly needs us all to listen to Malachi, where it says to bring the tithes and offerings into the storehouse. God bless you, my brothers, my sisters. Impact Church is blessed because of God and because of you. And I thank God for you. Bless you.